Yo, what is up, guys? James here with JDC. Today, how you doing? What's up? Trim the beard, looking good? Shit. Hex lights? You know we're at the shop today. Ronaldo! Say what's up to the world of YouTube. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Today's video, we're gonna get to it. I got the CX Racing Turbo Kit probably a year ago, and I've been working on this car. Actually, less than that. Maybe about a year. We'll say a year. About a year. Car's been in a build process, been wanting to do it. Then I was want to throw the kit on. Then I was like, it's always one thing after another. You want to do something a little bit further, a little bit deeper into the build to make it, whatever. Take the engine out. Let's rebuild the engine. Let's rebuild, you know what I mean? Because you want everything to be good when you do all this work. So, anyways, today's video is about the intercooler install. I couldn't find any exact videos, and there's no instructions on the CX Racing that I could find. Maybe I'm an idiot, don't know. If you guys do know, feel free to drop a comment below where you found it. If there is one, help us out there. So this is just how I installed it. I went off of pictures from the CX Racing website, and I just couldn't see how it was mounted to the upper portion. So today I'm going to show you that, as well as I want to talk about the camshaft install. I bought some Schrick camshafts off of the ECS tuning website because I wanted a little bit more lift. Obviously more lift, more duration, more fuel gets in, more power, more air, turbo, etc. All positive. As well as I'm going to talk today about how you can make your own oil pump anti-spin-off nut. And it's pretty easy, actually. So you don't have to spend the 20 bucks on rally roads, but if you just prefer to do that, then spend the money. Anyways, let's talk about the intercooler. So today, or last night, I was kind of messing with it, but I got the intercooler kind of mounted up in a generic fashion. So my goal was to keep the air conditioning. I really want to keep the air conditioning in my car because it is a street car, but I don't think there's any plausible way because of how this is designed and how it's meant. In every person's video, whether it's black or there's another gentleman, idiots wrenching about, something like that. He also has a white one that he installed this with and kind of did a general taste. But unfortunately, it looks like we have to take out the intercooler, and I am going to mount this somewhere else. I swear to God, I'm going to have air conditioning in this car because this is a street car. I'm going to make sure it is a street car. And it's going to pass emissions and all of that, and I'm going to show you guys the full build once I obviously get that accomplished. And the tuning's place I'm taking it to as well. If we get this all done, it's going to have great horsepower and still be able to go smog it. Anyways, so the mounting points. So as you can go into the ECS website, or not the ECS, CX Racing, you'll see that they obviously have it mounted from the front. I wasn't sure if I could put it on the back or if it comes from the back to the front here or however it goes, but their pictures easily will show that this mounts here on the front like this. So this is how that goes for sure. Now, the portion that I had the confusion part about that I didn't think was very clear was how to mount this. So these are the top bolts that mount the intercooler. Sorry, these are the top bolts that are originally mounted for the condenser, which is this part here. So the bolts will go through and they will mount and screw through these screw points here with long screws, and it's good. Now this doesn't quite reach, so there's a little bit of space. So what I did, and I don't know if these bolts are here, and I'm gonna build actually a little bit more of a bracket here. Let's get up in here. Yeah. I'm gonna show you what I did. So I just got, as you can see, I might need to make it even a little bit longer. I'm not sure, but how it is right now, it's a little flimsy in here, but I think once I have all of this mounted up, the piping and everything, then it'll all be more solid. But what I've done basically is, underneath this rubber grommet here, there's a flat metal piece that I'll grab here and show you shortly that goes down, that the screw goes through to kind of give it some more strength and kind of like a solid metal base that it kind of screws to and pinches. And I took a long bolt. This is about, maybe I'll measure for you guys, but it looks like it's about 4 inches, 5 inches long. It's a 14 millimeter head. And this is a washer that I had from another component that I used to kind of grasp because I wanted to keep the rubber that's in here. So this rubber is factory, and inside this rubber, you're gonna have the metal piece that comes from the condenser, and on the bottom of it, there's gonna be a little washer ring. Let me see if I can show you guys. And you can take all those out. So I basically disassembled that whole rubber component. Let me see where I can find it here. Ronaldo, where is the two metal pieces from the condenser? The condenser rubber, we took the metal top out of, and the bottom, the one that you were trying to cut with the Dremel, I need those wherever you put them. Sorry, I should have been more prepared for the video.
That?
No. For the condenser, this rubber, right here, there was a flat metal piece. The flat metal piece that we took out, and then also in the bottom, there was the metal. Yeah, give me those. For video purposes. Oh, you put them in the mix drawer. Oh, shit.
Here. This one.
Okay, good. And then I see I don't need both of these. I need one of the other pieces now. Let's see. Anyways, so this piece, there's a little metal kind of like flat washer with like a groove in it, as you can see. This was in the bottom. So this, in the bottom of the rubber, it was down here in the, so on this rubber here, the rubber portion had, I don't know if you can see that. The rubber portion had this piece down in the bottom. Down in here, down in the bottom underside. So we pulled this one out. You kind of can just push it out without trying to destroy the full gasket portion of it. So I pushed this out because the bolt that I used is the circumference is too round to go through this. We tried to cut it first to see if we can clearance it, but the clearance didn't happen. And then the other piece, yeah, that's it, but where's the other piece? Yes. And then this, yeah, sorry about that. This is what I was looking for. So this goes in the top and slips down. So what this does is it creates a anti-vibration in here. So this sits on top here like that. So we pulled this out because this is just too much to cut and drill. So we just took this out, ran a bolt through it, put a washer here to kind of squish over the top like a hat, and then we pressed out the bottom piece, that other piece I showed you, so that it goes through. Now the only thing I want to do here to make this a little bit stronger, makes it a little bit stronger, is I want to put here almost something like this, exactly, but more of like a full pipe or something that can go for the flat bottom of this and touch the top, and this will allow me to kind of grab something and make it more strength, more solid, because right now, as you can see, it's got a little bit of vibration to it, a little bit of wiggle, which this is still pretty solid without the piping on, but this is something that I think will definitely be better. So I'm gonna create something here, kind of like just like I said, like a piece of pipe, maybe like an inch in diameter, solid, and then it's gonna put it from here to the bottom, the bottom of here to here, to kind of create this gap. The rubber's there for isolation, for no noise, and we should be good. So that's the mounting of the intercooler. Now, in the kit, you also get, Ronaldo, last thing, the other pieces you took for the remember I told you for the welding, for the bracket, for the intercooler? Where are the extra pieces? Let's see here. I don't know if they're in the chair. The extra pieces, you know, like the silver, the brackets, the one I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. We were asking, what are these parts for? What are these parts for? Maybe put it back. Sorry, we should have been more prepared for the video. But I've already started it, so I ain't going back. Yes, this and the brackets. In the CX Racing kit, you're gonna get a couple of these, and I was wondering what the hell are these? These are like spacers or something, but what these are, from what I could tell, is these are additional weld-on, like you can weld on yourself. So that's what these are, that these screw into. So these are additional like weld-on points. So if you wanted to like do your own weld on, you definitely could. They sent you a couple extra of these. That's what I think it is. As well as they come with 2 brackets that, again, I don't know exactly where they go. So as for this is fairly solid. Yes, these right here. Thanks, Ronaldo. So, sorry, Ronaldo was cleaning. He put all this stuff away, so I wasn't sure where he put it. But this bracket and that, and then it comes with like 2 other bolts with nuts, washer, and lock washer. So these whole, I think, are additional little, like if you wanted to kind of custom make like a bracket, like Idiots Wrenching Around YouTube channel, I think he did this, and he did like an L shape, like he bent this bracket to an L and he mounted it to here, to this, instead of the actual bolt like I've done it. So I'm not sure how solid that is. Maybe it's solid, maybe it works great for him, I'm not sure. But he like ran a bolt through here and he bent this as an L shape. So there's not really a way of doing that exactly, but that's what I have done. So, and this seems to work pretty good. The only thing I'm going to do to stabilize a little bit more, like I said, is put that pipe on it. So just a little bit more clarity on that and your guys' idea of what you think feel free to drop in the comments below what you would do if it's your car. But this is mine. I think that's the cleanest install. Plus, I can't keep the condenser for the air conditioning there, so we're gonna remount that somewhere else. I'm really sad about the AC. I really wanted to keep the air conditioning, as well as I was putting on the pre-fitting the tubing for the intercooler, and it has to go up right where the dryer is right here. So I take out the dryer. I'm gonna take out these hoses. I'm like kind of sad. I'm moving all that, but I'm gonna do a custom AC somehow in this. Like I said, I don't even know if the AC is gonna fit with the engine, because exhaust mounts. So we'll see. Yeah, so that's about the intercooler. If you guys have any things about that, please drop below questions, comments, anything like that. I'll do my best to answer, as well as I appreciate the knowledge because it's gonna help me grow. But let's about the cylinder head. So I did run into a little bit of a scare or an issue with the camshaft install. So I got some new camshafts from, I believe it is ECS Tuning as well. These are the Schrick, just above upgrades for the M3 camshafts for the M50, M52, or the S50, S52s. So I'll show you exactly which ones I got here. So these, here's the part number for the ones that I got. This is the exhaust camshaft. It doesn't really tell me the lift on here. 256 degrees for that one. It's a whole set they sell. It's like $1,200 if you go on their website. I think I showed it in my last video. And this is the intake. So these are the two camshafts I put in there because I want a little extra lift for the car. I want a little bit of extra duration. Obviously more air, more power, turbo. So what happened was when I put these in, I got a little bit of a weird scare and kind of confused. Was when I screwed it all down and I put all the lifters in, cleaned them all up. So underneath these lobes, you have the hydraulic lifters. When I put this housing in and I closed it down, what I noticed was, don't drop it, is I had an issue where all of the valves were slightly open like this. Now this isn't an issue right now because this is how the cam is. Like these are open and this is open, but every single lifter was open on this whole bank on the intake. So I was like, fuck, is this cam too big? And I was freaking out a little bit. I kind of took everything apart again. I was looking at if maybe I could something with the lifters. Like, I don't know. I put everything in. There was nothing I can do. And so I put it in and I contacted ECS Tuning, like, hey, I called them and I ordered the cam. I said, hey, is there anything else I need to buy? Do I need to buy different lifters? Do I need to buy different springs? They said, no, you should build. The only thing you need to buy is maybe injectors. And it says on there when you're buying it, it shows like 3 things, like injectors, a blow-through MAF, and a tune. That's what they said that you're basically gonna need on those ones. But everything else should just run with the stock stuff. So I was like, what the heck's going on? So I took it off, I put it back on. So before I left, I put it back on and I was like messing with it. Like I was turning it over, like I was cranking over on the actual cam gear here. I put in this is a different video. I'm transferring this thing over. This thing was a nightmare to pull over. So hard to get off. But I got it in. But long story short is I left frustrated. I was like, fuck, and I gotta wait for the camshafts. I gotta wait for those to come. Are they the right ones? And I was super irritated with it. And then I came back in the morning on Monday. We were off Sunday, so I actually sat for 2 days. But I called ECS Tuning and I fucking was like, hey, guys, I bought this and you told me that it was good for that. You know, I'm having issues. All the lifters are open. You know, I don't know if the size is wrong on this or what. And then he looked it up. He said, no, it's wrong. But as I was talking with him on the phone, I had him on the phone, I walked over here and I looked at him and it had sat for a couple days and they were all closed. So at this point, when I saw that these were all closed and sealed and I checked them, like they were good. I got this head rebuilt, but I got these were sealed and they were closed down because when I put it in first, they were stuck up like this. They were like stuck, all of them were open like this, just open, which means you're not gonna have throw compression. So my theory is that after cleaning up all the lifters and everything, the lifters, because they're hydraulic, they collapsed. They collapsed down to where they need to be. And that's what I cleaned. This is all brand new. So this has been all cleaned up. You can see all the old oil from what was inside the lifters. This is all old oil because I had this head fully clean and rebuilt. Other than putting the new assembly lube, which I use the Lucas one here, which this stuff is fantastic. I love it. So should be only clean oil, but I saw the dirty oil and it had compressed out all of the oil out of the lifters. guys are installing new cams, install them, and if the valves are open, leave it on its side and let the lifters relax or decompress overnight and press out all the old oil. And I'm pretty sure that's just what it was, because after that it was perfect. So I'm excited today. I'm going to be putting on the cylinder head on the new cut ring gasket, and then I'm going to be torquing it down, doing a leak down test, and we're going to make sure all of that's good. So we're excited for that. Once we get that done, we can mount the exhaust, put on the new exhaust gasket, mount the turbo, kind of see how that fits. Our manifold's a little bit messed up on the CX Racing kit, and I might need to do some clearancing. The bolts aren't quite lined up where I like. It just kind of looks a little sloppy with the design, but you know, it's aftermarket stuff, so what can you do? So excited for that. We're gonna get the head on today. Again, just peace of mind on that. So if you do install the camshaft, you see all the valves are open, relax, let it sit overnight. I did spin over the cam on both sides several times, kind of seemed to speed up the process a little bit, but just letting it sit overnight, it'll self seal and press out all of the oil in the lifters. So excited about that. Last thing I want to talk about is going to be the oil pump. So I went to Rally Roads and I saw that there was a oil pump nut that I guess it's pretty common that this nut spins off. So they sell for like 20 bucks, like $20.40. They sell a nut that basically all it is, it's just drilled like this. Just drilled, and it has a wire that they sell with it, and it's just like you'll wrap it around these cogs here, and all it does is it just spins with it, so it doesn't interfere. So all I did was I got a drill with a really small drill bit. I put it in my vise here, and I just slowly, very slowly, patiently just drilled, kind of like how they had it, drilled at it. I drilled straight down first, and then straight down first. I actually went a little too far and got into the threads, but it didn't affect how this is staying on here. So pulled back, and then I kind of did a little bit of an angle once I got a hole, and I kind of cut it straight like this way. And then I did the same back. I had some thin wire, ran thin wire through it. This is just so it doesn't spin out. And then now it's wrapped on there, and I kind of did a little extra just because I'm like that. And then this also kind of grabs the side a little bit. So save yourself 20 bucks. It took me, I don't know, 4 minutes to do it, 3 minutes to do it. It really was not that long. And with the right tools and equipment, you can do it. But yeah, excited. Going to be putting that on today. Not sure if I'm going to record it or not. I actually want to invest in like a chest-mounted recorder or a head-mounted recorder just so I can record it and I can go cut the video later. But she's coming together. Hope you're excited. Ronaldo's excited. Right, Ronaldo's excited, baby. Car's coming together. We're going to get the head on today and leak down test, see how we're doing on leak down, and start putting it back together. So we get it all good. I should be getting stuff back from the powder coating today or tomorrow for the oil pan, a couple other engine components, get it looking nice. Really excited to see what it's starting to look like and ready to show you guys when it comes up. So just a little update for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Share the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see next, because I'm going to do my best to give you guys I don't know, everything I'm doing here as anybody else does on YouTube. So anyways, we'll catch y'all later. Have a great day. See ya.